Think you're being clear? Your team might disagree.
When leaders talk about being more agile, commercial, or customer-centric, that always sounds good, but what does it actually mean day to day?
One of the biggest challenges leaders face is driving change, either in behaviour or quality or culture. We think we've set a clear vision, but often we're leaving too much room for misinterpretation.
You don't want to micromanage or create permission seeking, but without a shared definition of what good looks like, your team can end up working towards conflicting goals, creating real frustration and inefficiency.
Our brain naturally fills in gaps with our own experiences and biases. So when you say, well, hey, let's be more agile, one person might think about 2 weekly sprints, and the other might simply think this is about being more flexible. Without a clear shared understanding, misalignment is easy to creep in.
We all carry our very own model of the world around us in our heads. So your version of being professional might be very, very different to mine.
That's right, we all think differently. That's why working on a shared definition of good is so powerful. It gives the team a clear destination, that North Star, and that point to work towards.
If your team isn't performing the way you'd expect, it might not be about skill and effort. It could be that their version of good doesn't match yours.
It's not people's fault that they have different thoughts to us. That's just part of being human beings. And it's up to us as leaders to clarify and to align those expectations so we're all working from the shared definition.
So that's why we recommend you ask, what does good look like? Yeah, that's the question. It's as simple as that. What does good look like? The key to all this is to have honest, clear conversations about what good means in real, practical terms. It creates alignment, reduces frustration, and makes performance discussions objective rather than personal. But what do you actually do?
Start with a vision. What does good look like in your mind? Then you get specific. So you'll ask your team, for example, if you're working on being more commercial, okay, so what does being more commercial mean to you? What actions would reflect that, and what might you be doing in your team to achieve that? A good question to use here is, what would you see us doing differently if we reached that goal? And the reason why we're asking these questions is to tease out this real clarity from other people. So another good one to get people really thinking practically is, what would we be doing and saying if we've achieved this? Then the next thing to do is, once you've built this sense of clarity, is to document what good includes and what it doesn't include, because what this gives you is that reference point, whether it's for performance reviews, onboarding, or just in terms of objectives. You've got a document that clarifies for everybody what good looks like. And if you have a customer who is maybe from another department who wants things that isn't in your definition, then you can update it and then update everybody. So you've got something there that everybody's working off of that describes what good looks like.
Talking about our definition of good and finding common ground is not always easy. And we've spotted these common challenges when we've worked with teams. Different personal experiences often come to the fore, and everyone brings their different expectations to the table, and this can create misalignment if not discussed openly. There's often a resistance to change. Some team members might feel their way is already the best and start pushing back against any changes. And vague language is a real problem. Definitions like better quality or faster delivery without adding some real specifics and measurable actions about what that actually and practically means that misunderstandings will simply persist.
Addressing these challenges requires patience, having open conversations, and a commitment to refining that shared definition over time. So do give it time, keep having those conversations with your team, because the more conversations you have about what you're trying to achieve, the more value you're going to get out from those conversations.
When you define good clearly, you remove ambiguity and empower your team to meet expectations with confidence.
It's not about micromanaging, it's about clarity, and clarity drives results.
So try asking, what does good look like in your next meeting?
And if you found this helpful, please share our video with fellow leaders who you think might be struggling with alignment in their team.